An 18-year-old just landed a $50,000 IT job before he even finished college. This is Ivan. Just months ago, he was stocking shelves at Walmart, working the warehouse from 2 to 10 p.m. while taking community college classes. Today, he's working in tech as an IT professional, making $50,000 a year with incredible benefits, all thanks to CourseCareers. So how did an 18-year-old completely transform his career in just 2 months? The answer comes down to just one bold decision. I sat down with Ivan to hear exactly how he made the jump from Walmart to tech at just 18 years old.
I was just in high school. I was taking dual credit classes through Southeast Community College. I've had a job actually since 8th grade, and I haven't had a single year where I didn't have a job. I've always been working. It's always been fast food. And before I actually got my IT job, the job before that was Walmart. That's where I was working. It was stocking too. So kind of like the warehouse of Walmart, you could say.
Like many young people, Ivan felt stuck. He was working 20 to 30 hours a week in jobs that weren't using his talents, and he's dealing with poor benefits and difficult schedules.
Definitely my biggest frustration was feeling like my talents weren't being put into use, because like I said before, I guess you could say I have a base in IT, and I knew I'm like, man, I want to start my job sooner than just waiting 2 years for college, you know?
Ivan had always been interested in computer science, but he saw the writing on the wall. Instead of spending years and thousands on a college degree that might not even guarantee him a job, he found CourseCareers, a program designed to get people job ready in weeks, not years.
When I started taking those IT courses, I started looking way more into IT. And I was like, this is a way safer job field. And then you look more into the jobs, they have way better benefits, for sure. And lots of room to grow.
There was one problem. Ivan didn't have the $500 for the course.
For me was the price would it be worth it for me? Well, because I'm in high school, right? $500 is a decent bit for me. And that was a big concern for starting it, was like, would I get anywhere with it? Would it actually do me as much good as some of the people saying online? Because there is a lot of good reviews about it, right? And when you see so many positive reviews around it, you start to question it. And you're like, are these people actually like telling the truth, or do they just want me to buy it because they're getting something off of it? I had $200 like left on my credit card that I could spend. And then I asked my brother, because he was always asking me, he's like, hey, do you need money? Do you need money? And I always rejected it because I don't like owing anybody anything. But I thought about it, I'm like, this is a huge investment, and in reality, I could pay him back, after I get a job. So then I asked him to borrow it. He didn't even end up asking me to pay him back, which is really kind of him.
With the course secured, Ivan dove in. Now, because he already had some IT fundamentals coming from community college, he blazed through the first section in less than a week each.
The labs, those ones took me a while for sure. I would say like about 2 to 3 weeks. And then, the fourth one was with the test, correct? And the portfolio. The portfolio, I invested quite a bit of time. I would say like exactly like 24 hours. I remember I actually skipped a shift for Walmart to work on it.
That portfolio decision was about to change everything.
I talked to my employer afterwards, and he was like, yeah, I've never seen somebody turn in a portfolio before. So the course was so good that my employer afterwards was telling me that he believed I had experience in IT.
Ivan landed his first IT role making $50,000 a year with incredible benefits. We're talking 120 hours of PTO, 8 to 9 paid holidays, and room for massive growth. Not bad for somebody who was just stocking shelves a few months earlier.
It's 45 to 50K. That's like the ballpark range. And that's definitely not a limit to what you can make in an entry-level role. There's definitely some higher starting salaries, and the benefits are good. That's one of the things about tech roles is the benefits. It feels like a more meaningful role than like working at Walmart, which no offense to anybody working there, of course. But it gives my life a little more meaning because I love talking to people, working with so many different clients. There's always new stuff. You could always be learning something new.
Stories like Ivan proves that age doesn't matter. Like, you don't need years of college to change your trajectory. Sometimes you just need the right roadmap and the courage to invest in yourself.
Absolutely, I would recommend it. And as for why, it's a good field to go into, for especially if you want a lot of growth. And it's not like a lot of jobs where you get into that position and then you're kind of done. There's like nothing else to expect. Your day is like a cycle, like day to day, everything's the same. I'm even trying to recommend it to one of my friends. I'm trying to tutor him a little bit, get him going on the course.
But Ivan's story isn't just about one person getting lucky. It's about a fundamental shift that's happening in the job market right now.
You've probably seen the memes before of like computer science majors struggling to find a job afterwards. And that's kind of what drew me away from that, was the thought of like finding a job after college.
While college graduates with computer science degrees are struggling to find work, 18-year-olds like Ivan are landing jobs and starting their careers. The difference? Practical job-ready skills over theoretical knowledge. Let's break down exactly what Ivan did that you can replicate. First, he identified the problem with traditional education early.
A computer science degree is like the business degree of technology, like it's too general.
Second, he chose skills over credentials. So instead of spending 4 years and going into debt, he invested 2 months and paid $500 in practical training.
Those practical skills would definitely cover the experience requirements for a lot of entry roles, because it's kind of weird, but a lot of entry roles now want experience.
Third, he took action while his peers were still planning. So while other 18-year-olds are starting freshman year, Ivan is already building his career and earning real money. Now, I want to be completely honest with you. Ivan's success was not just luck. He put in the work. He has some IT background from community college. He worked consistently since 8th grade, and he made sacrifices, like skipping his Walmart shift to perfect that portfolio.
I actually skipped a shift and worked on it all day. I think it was like a good 8 hours, and the next day I worked on it all day. And then I even worked on it leading up to the interview.
But here's what's encouraging. Ivan didn't have any special advantages. He didn't have rich parents funding his education. He had to borrow money from his brother just to afford the course. He was working at Walmart, dealing with the same frustrations millions of people face every single day. Now, let's talk numbers for a second. Ivan went from making probably $12 to $15 an hour at Walmart. That's about $25,000 to $30,000 a year if he was working full time. Now he's making over $50,000 a year in his first IT role with incredible benefits and unlimited growth potential. That's a $20,000 plus salary increase in just 2 months of focused learning. But it gets better. In IT, career progression is fast. So within a year or two, Ivan could easily be making $70,000 to $80,000 a year. And within 5 years, 6 figures is definitely realistic.
That's definitely not a limit to what you can make in an entry-level role. There's definitely some higher starting salaries.
What Ivan found out about IT is what makes it such a powerful career choice right now.
It's not like a lot of jobs where you get into that position and then you're kind of done. There's like nothing else to expect. Your day is like a cycle, like day to day, everything's the same. In IT, it's always changing. There's always new stuff. You could always be learning something new.
This isn't just about getting any job. It's about getting into a field where you are constantly growing, constantly learning, and constantly increasing your value. That's how you build real wealth over time. Think about the compound effect of Ivan's decision. While his classmates are taking on student debt and spending the next 4 years in classrooms, Ivan is earning money, gaining experience, and building his net worth. By the time they graduate, he'll have 4 years of real work experience and likely be making more than their starting salaries. Plus, he's avoiding the student debt trap entirely. The average college graduate has over $30,000 of student loans. Ivan invested $500 and is already seeing major return. Here's what Ivan's employer told him after he got hired.
He was like, yeah, I've never seen somebody turn in a portfolio before. The course was so good that my employer afterwards was telling me that he believed I had experience in IT.
This is what sets CourseCareers apart. It's not just about learning theory. You're building actual projects and creating real portfolios and then demonstrating practical skills that employers desperately need. And here's something beautiful about Ivan's story. He's already paying it forward.
I'm even trying to recommend it to one of my friends. I'm trying to tutor him a little bit, get him going on the course.
When you transform your own life, you naturally want to help people do the same thing. Ivan could have easily kept this opportunity to himself, but instead, he's actively helping his friend get started. And that's the kind of person who exceeds in any field. So here's my question for you. If an 18-year-old working at Walmart can completely transform his career in 2 months, what's stopping you? Ivan didn't have special connections, unlimited money, or even a college degree. He just had the courage to actually bet on himself and then actually take action. So whether you're like Ivan or 28, 48, 68, the principles are the same. Choose skills over credentials. Choose action over analysis. Choose practical training over theoretical education. The job market is changing faster than anybody sees. Traditional education just can't keep up. With programs like CourseCareers that are designed for the current market, teaching you exactly what employers need right now. Ivan's story is happening every single day. People are breaking into the tech industry, they're getting remote jobs and building careers that they actually enjoy. So the question isn't whether it's possible. Ivan just proved that. The question is whether you'll take action. So look, I get it. Making a career change feels risky. Investing in yourself when money is tight feels scary. But you know what actually is risky? Staying stuck in a job that doesn't use your talents. Working for employers who don't value you. In an industry with no growth potential. Ivan made a $500 bet on himself and it's already paying off more than any college investment could have. 2 months of focused effort for a lifetime of opportunities. That's not risky. That's smart. If you want to break into tech sales, IT, bookkeeping, or even blue-collar jobs, CourseCareers can help you do that. Don't wait for the perfect time. Don't wait until you have more money or more confidence. Ivan didn't wait, and look where it got him. Check out the link in the description to get started today.